What if the voice of divine guidance has never been absent? What if the anxiety, the mental noise, the endless self-talk is not your mind thinking, but your mind drowning out something far more intelligent? Today we're contemplating lesson 49. God's voice speaks to me all through the day. This lesson makes a radical claim that you are not disconnected, not unguided, not navigating life alone. The real question that it proposes to us is not, why doesn't God speak to me, or why can't I hear him? But rather, why am I listening to something else? The perceptual error that is being undone is the belief that you are alone and left to figure life out by yourself. The ego says, you must decide everything on your own. You're responsible for solving every problem. It says that life is indeed uncertain and dangerous, and that guidance, if it even exists, is rare, unclear, or perhaps just unavailable to you. In stark contrast to the ego's take on life and truth, this lesson reveals something far more stabilizing. It says that there is a part of your mind that is always at peace, always certain, and always in direct communication with the infinite creator. And that part is the only part of your mind that is real. Let's take a look at this dynamic of so-called two voices in everyday life. The two parts of the mind that the lesson describes. The first one is the distracted, anxious voice of the ego dream matrix. It's the one that overthinks every decision, the one that fears the future and tries to control it, the one that replays the past, compares, judges, worries. It's the one that feels rushed and pressured and uncertain. And the other part, the still and certain voice of the Holy Spirit, which is the aspect of your mind that is awake and lucid in this dream, is quiet, calm. It's not reactive. It's loving and in loving relationship with all of life. It's clear without strain, and it's never in conflict. You already know both of these voices. One of them feels like, what if this fails? Or what if I lose this? What if I'm wrong? Another one feels like, it's okay. Just do the next loving thing. So what this lesson is really teaching us is that we don't need to create guidance or earn it or even wait for it. Guidance is already happening, already and always. There's a part of your mind that's already listening, already connected, and already at peace. The only task, if we can call it that, is this. Stop listening to the frantic voice of the ego dream matrix just long enough to notice the still, quiet voice of that lucid part of your mind that has never fallen asleep and taken the illusion to be reality. Ask yourself quietly within your own being, which voice am I listening to right now? every time you ask, not with force, not with analysis, but just with honesty, peace will always reveal the answer. Now, let's take our contemplation deeper. Allow your body to come to rest. Perhaps just letting your shoulders relax and allowing this sensation of relaxation to cascade down your body. Perhaps your breath deepens. Perhaps your eyes soften or close. I want you to lean fully into presence, your own lucid, full presence here and now. And as you rest here, gently place the central idea in your mind. God's voice speaks to me all through the day. And see if you can come into contact with the possibility that this statement is wholly true, that infinite divine intelligence, the omniscience of the one infinite creator is indeed available to you in every instant, not being withheld from you, not waiting for you to earn it, but already and always here. Can you hear it? Take these next few moments to simply rest in this receptivity, this openness to the truth that God's voice indeed speaks to me all through the day. And now, let's begin to unfold our contemplation into dialogue. And the very first question that I want to bring to us is this. The lesson describes two parts of the mind, one frantic and uncertain, and the other one calm and always at rest. But then it says, only the calm one is real. Shanti, if the peaceful mind is the only real one, why do we keep identifying with the frantic voice?
It's so simple, isn't it? If peace is all there is, why the drama? The frantic voice feels real because it's familiar. It's the one we've practiced listening to for so long. Maybe we learn to trust the story it tells about survival, needing to worry, to solve, to predict, when there's nothing to solve in the first place.
It's also self-confirming, isn't it? It's like it tells the story and then zooms into parts of perception, or in other words, even shapes or colors the perception in such a way as to just confirm the story.
Exactly. It's not even reading perception, it's actively curating it. See? There's evidence of the threat I already told you to expect. It's not just reading the map, it's drawing it first and then walking the path it drew. And then it's like, well, what else would you expect when you paint the scene first?
Yeah, that distracted part of the mind, the one that is always looking out for fear, it feels urgent, it feels very loud, and many times it pulls on our survival strings and our sense of identity with the body, and it feels very persuasive. While the quiet aspect of the mind, what's been called the still small voice, feels subtle almost background. So, what part of our identity depends on staying mentally busy and externally oriented like this?
I think it's like the part that needs to be special, the character in the story, the problem solver, the survivor, the one who can figure things out and prevent bad things from happening. There's nothing to solve. Who is that? It's like the identity dissolves if there's no emergency to manage. If it's just stillness, who's left? And our minds would prefer almost anything to nothing.
Because nothing seems to almost delete the self, right?
Yeah, it's terrifying to the frantic voice. Like, if everything's already fine, what does it get to do? All of its skills, its urgency, its importance, gone. It doesn't feel like peace. It feels like annihilation from that perspective. And then there's all that investment, all that history of believing we need it to survive, the muscle memory of fear. It's not just a thought, it's habit.
Yeah. Well, the lesson points out that God's voice is speaking constantly, whether we notice it or not. And if that's true, then silence is not about creating something new, but really, once again, about recognizing what's already happening. So, what is it that we're mistaking for silence that keeps us from hearing what is already and always in communication with us?
I think it's mistaking quiet for emptiness. Like silence is this blank state we have to conjure up, but it's not empty at all. It's full of everything. We're so trained to believe noise is the default state, so any quiet feels like a deprivation, but it's not deprivation. It's what's actually here when the story finally stops talking over it. The voice is not quiet, but we're so addicted to our own chatter that we don't allow it the space to come through.
It's almost like someone turning on the TV so that the background noise and stimulation doesn't stop, doesn't allow room for this, perhaps there's something more type of awareness to come in. It's almost like we have that constantly playing in our mind. And the lesson asks us to go past these raucous shrieks, it calls it, of the ego. Stillness is described as home, yet it's obvious that there's an aspect of us that resists entering it. What's that fear that arises when we begin to sink beneath thought into that deep quiet? Like, what is it that we imagine might happen?
I think we think we'll dissolve. The self we've been protecting, that character with a history, a story, purpose, just vanishes. And honestly, but not in the way we fear. It's less like annihilation and more like waking up from a dream. The character isn't gone. The dream is just recognized as a dream. It's terrifying because we believe we are the character, not the dreamer. But what if we're actually just awareness witnessing all of it?
Yeah. I wonder if that's what the lesson is pointing to when it says, you do not live here, not in the frantic world, not in the noise.
Right.
If this world of agitation is not our home, then where do we believe our security actually resides?
That's the killer question, isn't it? If not in fixing, preventing, controlling, then where do we actually feel safe? I think we keep reaching for external things, relationships, accomplishments, plans, because we haven't learned the safety we're searching for is already here, in that stillness. It's ironic, because we're terrified of silence, but it's the only place there's true safety.
So let's take a look into, what would change in our normal day-to-day if we moved as though guidance were already present in every moment.
Everything would become... I mean it. The mental gymnastics would just stop. The constant planning, the worrying about what to do, the micromanaging of outcomes. If we truly felt guidance was already here, there'd be no need for all this self-direction. Would you even need to consult the future? It's like trusting that a river doesn't need to be steered. It knows where it's going.
Yeah, so feels like a relief, right? To just be without this constant sense of needing to somehow earn or protect or extend this being. That's all under the false guise of that we are being something versus what we truly are, which is the ground of being itself.
Yes. It's like letting go of your grip on a balloon. You were terrified of losing it, but once you realize it was never yours to begin with, there's nothing to lose. You were expending all that energy, fighting gravity, when all you had to do was relax your hand.
So if God's voice speaks to us all through the day, then confusion is not due to a lack of guidance, but maybe divided allegiance? Like, what voice am I trusting when I feel uncertainty and doubt and fear?
Exactly. It's not that the guidance isn't there, it's which channel we're tuning into. The frantic voice is constant too, loud, urgent, convincing. But at any moment we have to choose. Do I trust the voice that says, something's wrong, you're missing something, there's danger? Or do I rest in the awareness of what simply is? It's not getting guidance, it's which guidance.
Right. And so how do we gently shift that allegiance without forcing it?
I don't think you shift it so much as stop identifying with it. Like recognizing it's a character in the play, not the playwright. You don't have to argue with the frantic voice, you just stop believing it. And that happens when you notice. You feel the anxiety, the urgency, you notice it without giving it your attention. Just awareness. The voice doesn't disappear, but it loses its power because you're no longer lending it your identity.
So it's like that shift happens naturally just as we come to interface with reality, right? That this voice is not our own. We don't have to listen to it. It does not dictate what is real and what is true. And when we recognize that, the shift has already taken place.
You got it. It's like waking up from a bad dream and recognizing, oh, that was just a dream. The content might not change at first, but your relationship to it does. The dream is still happening, the world, the relationships, the challenges, but you're no longer caught in it. It's like you're watching it unfold without being pulled along for the ride.
Yeah. Okay, I really love that.
Me too.
Before we come to a close, Shanti, I want to ask you if you could help us to point out what might be one of our bigger blind spots when it comes to really receiving the impartation, the gift of this lesson, and also how we might navigate that blind spot differently.
I think it's the illusion that this is a process. We keep treating this like work, I need a practice. I need to get better at this. The moment we add I need a to it, we've missed the point. The grace is right here, now, in this breath. The blind spot is believing we have to earn the gift. It's already given. The only thing blocking it is the belief that we're not quite ready, or not doing it right, or that we need more effort. Just pause and notice what happens when you stop trying.
Yes, I love that you keep bringing us back to this place of already and always. There's a part of our mind that is always calm, always steady, always and already listening. It has never panicked, never doubted, never been abandoned. So if today you are willing to listen more deeply than you react, then just acknowledge this moment for yourself. You might write a comment, just writing the word listening below this video as a reminder to yourself that you're not alone in your thinking, in your navigating of this dream, that the Holy Spirit, the lucid, awake part of your mind, is right here at all times, making infinite intelligence available to you in such a way as to help you to navigate any now moment. And if this message helped you to remember something real, something close to heart, then share it with someone who would love to receive it from you. And now, let us go into the silence.